Blimey. That's supposed to be lighting up. Flipping broken like I am. Well, good news is that the Loxetine seems to be doing its job, but recently I just started getting swollen joints, which is like rheumatoid arthritis, isn't it? You know, that thumb there's all swollen up. I don't know if you can't probably can see that, but it's clearly swollen up. No, I haven't hit it with a hammer, but I do sometimes. I must admit. But you see, it's you get all these strange little and see some odd things seem to happen with fibro. It's a bit odd, to say the least. Now, I've had fibro for some years now. I've only been diagnosed recently, and it's been a hell of a learning curve. It really has. And I speak to quite a few people online who are suffering with fibromyalgia. Some people really suffering badly. I'm talking about men, not necessarily women. But you see, it's a lot of blokes don't want to talk about it. They really don't, and it's quite hard work to try and squeeze out of them what the things that they are suffering with sometimes. Then you get the other side of the coin, and you get someone who's really loose with absolutely everything, and just tells you down to their bodily fluids. I don't really know all that, no. But you see, I just find it a little bit hard sometimes to be able to collate myself and put myself into some sort of order in my head. And it's getting more and more of a problem. I'm noticing it. I don't know if it's just I'm tired. I'm very tired at the moment. It's quite late at night, you see. I just had a random thought in my head, so I thought I'd just make a video. There's other things like, like little bits of extra little joint pains and stuff like that. And so you fun, but in this case, like I said, the duloxetine, which is the SNRI, basically an antidepressant, which has definitely helped. It's only a small dose, and that for me, it's definitely helped. I know it doesn't help everybody, but I'm getting a lot less pain than I used to, providing I take it. I've got to obviously remember to take the medication, which I'm quite good with now, because I have to take other medication as well, such as for my thyroid, froxine, and but it does get you down. Like, for instance, my right hand shakes a little bit. It's been doing it for some while, actually, for quite a while. And it's ever since I had carpal tunnel syndrome surgery on my hands, and that could all be related to fibromyalgia as well. But I think in my case it was physical, because I've been a manual worker all my life, and it's kind of sort of wrecked my body. Now I'm just getting fat because I can't get the exercise in. And when you take all these extra medications, and like the Loxetine, it makes you put weight on, which doesn't help, not at all. So you want to work a bit harder at it to try and keep your weight down. I'm tired all the while. Just tired. I think someone's got not sleeping brilliantly well. I wake up a lot and I find it hard to get comfortable in bed, even though I've got a good bed and what have you. This is me. The dogs will help there. They jump on the bed sometimes and wake you up. That's dogs for you, though, isn't it? Eh? But so many people, they suffer in silence. And I really feel sorry for people who are on their own, actually. It must be really difficult. If you haven't got somebody to talk to, not me, my missus, what have you. Well, it's quite difficult with my missus because she's partially deaf. And it must be quite difficult being on your Todd and actually having to deal with all the pain and what have you, and especially in the early days when you don't really know what's going on. Before your diagnosis, must be really hard. You see, if you don't know anything about fibromyalgia, what it is they don't know a huge amount about it. And some people say it's just like to give a name to something, like you've been written off basically. Go to the doctor, it covers everything, and it kind of does cover a lot of stuff because you talk about your central nervous system, which is basically not doing its job properly, and it's a problem. And then a lot you can do about it. There's no cure, it's just management, and it's something with the pain receptors and how it decodes the messages to send to the brain, through the vagus nerve, mate, and effectively the signals are more amplified than what they should be. Everyone has pain all the time. It's there because it's a process of the body healing and swelling and stuff like that. And that's just how it is. But generally speaking, your brain sort of like says, okay, that's just normal pains, just little aches and pains, normal kind of stuff, and it just brushes it off. But the signals, someone with fibromyalgia is sending through the vagus nerve to their brain are being misread. Or at least that's what the thought is, anyway. I don't know how much information they actually got on, or how confident they are. But tiredness is a hell of a thing as well. I do get tired easily, and I don't sleep well. So that's I'll do it. I'm finding I have to have a little siesta during the day, only for like half an hour, so little power naps. I just can't get through the day otherwise. Like tonight it's been a bit of a busy. Because I have to put my computer all back together. I've got my screens all here, and what have you, one there and one there, and all the cabling. I've done some cable management. Created like box trays underneath and stuff. So there's so many cables. But it's difficult, because you need to not just obviously get on with life because you've got stuff to do and work, what have you. You've got to try and manage your head at the same time, and because it does get you down. I'm on antidepressant, only a small dose. It's not really for depression; it's for nerve pain, but it's it's depressing, and it makes you grumpy sometimes as well because you're uncomfortable. I find one of the worst things you can do is to, have a big meal and stuff like that. I can't move after that, and it's I know it's the same for a lot of people, but you're trying to get work and what have you, and it's just another added problem on top of everything else. I think I might start grazing with the cows and nibble on a bit of grass, maybe. Oh, I don't know. It's hard, but I know a lot of people have it a lot worse than I do, and at the moment I'm managing the pain side of things quite well. I haven't got that bad, you see. I have flare-ups and that, like a lot of people do. Well, for me, a flare-up was when my little dog died. My little Wally dog, he passed away about 5 weeks ago, and I was just buggered, absolutely buggered. I just, even though it's only 5 weeks ago, I know, but I just feel absolutely heartbroken. I really do. Poor little boy, He's only 15, he's had a wonderful life. It's sport rotten he was, But he's a naughty little fella and all. It's just, I miss him. And that's emotions again, isn't it? It's that on top of, obviously, fibromyalgia can cause depression in its own right. And, what they consider as one of the symptoms of fibromyalgia is suicide. Don't go wrong, I'm not there yet. But it is one of the symptoms of fibromyalgia, because people get depressed with all the problems. And I can't go on like this, Get to a point when they can't cope anymore. Now, a friend of ours, he's now gone actually, but his wife committed suicide just down the road here because she was in horrendous pain. I can't remember what was wrong with her. She had some weird name. Usually isn't it? Some Latin. I can't remember what she had wrong with her, but anyway, she'd I think it's something in the throat. But she was in so much pain, she took her life. Oh, Barry, who went to the to go get their usual fish and chips from the fish and chip van, and he came back. She overdosed, deliberately overdosed. So he thought everything was okay, and obviously it wasn't. People get to a point where they had enough, don't they? You can't cope with it anymore. I can understand it, obviously not myself, but, there's some people who have got it quite severe, and some people get it really bad, really bad. Mine's not that bad at all, to be fair. Especially now with the duloxetine, I just have to I get a little bit of pain occasionally, but as long as I'm on top of it, it goes away quite quickly. I know if I forgot medication, the following day, I'm buggered, or even that day, I can be absolutely buggered. the medication's got to come out, not painkillers, but like the loxins come out of your system, what have you, and you're kind of like just the same you were before, you know. But for me, it really helps. So we take, like I say, I'm taking duloxetine, occasional tramadol if necessary, maybe occasional prednisolone, just for if I'm swelling or what have you. If the naproxen, the Antilox hasn't actually done its job, which is basically an anti-inflammatory. And I generally take one of those a day as well. Painkillers only if I need them. They're not always that effective anyway. And you don't really want to be taking these things all the time. Even with the naproxen, I try to give myself breaks from it. Because the side effects, you see. Side effects, especially for pregnant women. Well, I'm not pregnant. Well, look at, but I'm not. But you see, it's just something you got to deal with, isn't it? It's just something you got to deal with, and you don't want to, because you just have to. Otherwise, what other options have you got? And then you just need to sort this bloody thing out. Me with flashy lights. God, see how important they are. Anyway, it's time for me to go in. Let me know in the comments down below. I can't always reply because I've got other channels as well that I'm quite busy with as well. So I always read through my comments, but I can't always reply because it always takes time. I do my best. I'll do my best. Anyway, it's time for me to go. But please boot the old like button, helps the channel. Toodaloo.